so excited.
It's time for Two Guys and a Goalie with Dustin Nielson, Matt Kassian, and the goalie, Joaquin Gage.
All right, 12:03. It is Two Guys and a Goalie on a game day. Oilers and the Jets. Two Guys and a Goalie brought to you by GS Construction. For more than 5 decades, GS Construction has been proud to serve our communities and work alongside incredible people, helping to grow Edmonton. And for over 50 years, visit gsconstruction.ca for more details. It's Dustin Nielson. It is Joaquin Gage, and it is Matt Kassian with us as well. Gager, what did you drum up today? What did you make today?
I just had some stuff at home that I needed to, so I had some extra sausages. And we had the buns here, so
So what's on top of the sausages there that I'm seeing?
I had some pork belly strips that I wrapped around them.
It smells absolutely delicious. Like, absolutely delicious. I walked out after the lock shop into the hallway, and I was like, what is Gager up to now?
Well, you wanted meatballs.
Now, did you do anything to the pork belly? Or was it just straight up?
I just put some.
So bacon, basically.
Yeah, it's basically bacon.
I was going to say it kind of looks like bacon.
It's bacon. But at Costco, you can get the strips, like a big, huge thing of pork belly. It's not cured, right? So you can kind of do it yourself. I think I'll do some and then smoke it this summer and just whatever. I'll try it.
Yeah.
Got some ideas. I'll go over with Cass.
Well, you know what? You rub some mustard on those bad boys, and then go with like almost like a Cajun spice to them on those thick strips, and then smoke them for a while, and then chop them up and basically make pork belly burnt ends out of them. Then chop them up and throw them in a pan with this is a you need a barbecue. I don't know if you remember you did one of those things.
This is the one I went to, Cass.
Yeah, that's the one you went to, and then butter, and they have their I think it's like an Asian sticky sauce that they make, and then you mix all that up, and then basically smoke it again and turn it into burnt ends, and it's just deadly.
I've never had anything that delicious in my life.
Then when you did the barbecue thing,
when we did the you need a barbecue, and they did the whole class, butchering a half pig. But the pork belly.
Was the pig live when you got there?
Well, yeah, I had to wrestle it down.
And the only way you could kill it was to suffocate it.
Yeah, I had it in a headlock for like half an hour. No, and then we had, what did we have? Ribs, and then they cut some pork chops. It was a great. If you can ever do that, I would look into. If I don't know, are they still doing those? They must still be doing.
I think they might. We need to reach out to Russell there. Yeah. And
I've seen those guys at smoker competition.
Yeah, he goes down. Yeah,
judges. They win some of them, and they're. I actually used some of their rub too. They've got a pretty good butter rub. That's awesome on chicken and stuff. So we need to reach out to them again, because that would be fun. They're good. They're a bunch of the guys I know listen to regularly. Some of the staff that work there, because I'll pop in and I have discovered that, because I like making my own rubs, but for some things it's just easier just to buy it, and just quicker, and it ends up being the same price, because it's like I'm not going to buy like a thing of like artificial butter like they use in those. Like I'm not going to go buy a big tub of that. And so it's just easier to buy from there. So I'm in there every so often, and they're big fans, so they're always listening to EST. So.
I go in there for
get back in there.
beef tallow and duck fat. The spray on duck fat.
Yeah.
Guys, I gotta say, what's beef tallow?
It's beef fat rendered off of beef.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then you just
it's beef fat.
Like butter. Yeah.
Mike, the Michigan fan, texts and it says, "Make your own bacon gager. It's way cheaper and it tastes way better. I could send you a recipe if you want to use it."
Oh yeah, I've done it with pork belly too. Yeah, I've cured it and stuff. So, but it was just easier this way. But it's kind of a summer thing. I like to be outside on the smoker and having having a beer, looking at the lawn.
Nice. Yeah.
You know?
You were explaining to me today that you can make hamburgers on something not on a barbecue.
Yeah.
We were talking today. I was talking with Hernan before, and he's like, "What do you cook this?" Yes, I don't really cook. Like my wife does most of the cooking. I've recently gotten good at mashed potatoes, which is big. I can put rice in a cooker.
Yeah.
I can do chicken. I make really good French toast. But then we were talking about burgers, and I said I've only ever made burgers for my family on the barbecue. Like I don't even know how to make them in the house.
It is I don't do it often, but I will do it. My daughter loves cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
So once in a while, she goes, "Dad, can you make me a cheeseburger?"
That's nice.
I'm not going out at -40 to
No,
do
of
it.
course not. You're not psycho.
Yeah, I'll pan sear it and then maybe finish it in the oven, cover it.
So that's it, eh?
Yeah.
And so
I didn't even finish in the oven. So I did it the other day actually, because because my wife wanted burgers, and she's still on. She's in very, very good shape, very, very good shape right now, which is awesome. So she has us eating healthy.
Telling me.
congratulations, guys.
It's great. But she like, because normally if I did like burgers, like I'm using the fattiest, like you're using regular, like you want chuck, like you want a lot of fat, but she wants it extra lean right now, which also means I don't want it to be on the pan for that long. And so I've been doing smash burgers with the cast iron. And so, you get your little thing and you basically you're getting them smashed down. But that's like, I mean, you cook a burger in what, 4 minutes, 5 minutes in that, because you press them and you squish them down so they're just super, super thin, but then super, super crispy. And they're still really good.
Wow.
And you can have them when it's like -30.
Yeah.
So it's deadly. And that's like, if you ever go to some of those burger places and you get like, there's literally a place with the name Smash Burger, but like that's how they cook them. Like on the flat top, you just do it in your own cast iron grill, which is nice.
Bones texts into 780-218-9999. Says pork belly burnt ends are the key to world peace.
They are, man.
It could be.
Excited about
Gosh,
that.
are they ever good?
All right, you can text us 780-218-9999 if you're listening on TuneIn or iHeart or at EdmontonSportsTalk.com. That's how you can take part in the show. 780-218-9999. If you're watching over on YouTube today, obviously the nasty chat's going over there. Hammer the thumbs up for us as well. So your chore this month, Gager, has been to look after the kitchen. Mm-hmm. Has it been difficult for you, or
No, I've got a routine. Like I try to keep it as tidy as possible.
Yeah.
Fridays after my show, I'll go in, I'll wash everything. I'll put everything back in the cupboard.
Yeah.
So Monday when you
So it's a
come
nice,
in,
clean kitchen.
sometimes I used to be able to, but I can't anymore. But I'll set up the coffee for Eric, so he just has to press the button.
What a guy.
And then,
what a guy.
But during the week, everyone's pretty good. Like as long as I don't care if you put it in the sink, but just don't put it on the plate dirty in the sink.
Well, everybody's
Like, give it
supposed to clean their own plates anyway.
yeah. And then I'll wash them all and get them in the dishwasher, unload the dishwasher and stuff like that.
So you've done a great job on your chore so far. Did you see the carpet today?
Was it clean?
I vacuumed this thing.
Did
today.
you?
I vacuumed the whole place today.
That's not
I couldn't
good.
take it. I couldn't take it anymore. And I've been hinting for a week on the air that both guys in charge of vacuuming should probably vacuum.
Yeah.
And they hadn't done it yet. And today, finally, I was like, Trev, you're on core duty. I'm going to vacuum the hell out of this office. And it just feels better walking around.
It does. Now that you mention, I go, because the front was getting a little.
It was pretty nasty over
we
there.
do need maybe we'll head over to the.
Well, I was thinking about this when I went out today quickly after I'd vacuumed. Like at the top of the stairs, it's
Just a
getting pretty
rug.
dirty.
Yeah.
Just put a rug there.
We'll get a rug.
Yeah, no, that doesn't mean the rug doesn't need to be vacuumed sometimes.
No.
But at least the rug will be there to protect the carpet a little
Yeah,
bit. I think I'm going to go
I think
pick
that's
up a
kind of
rug.
the point. That's the point of those rugs.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the carpet right at the top of the stairs is pretty dirty right
Yeah.
now. I couldn't vacuum the dirt out of there. We'll have to clean it later, but I'm going to definitely have to get a rug.
Yeah, no, that would be that would be the one thing that I think we should.
Yeah.
do. And a hot plate for the kitchen.
And a hot plate for the kitchen. Now,
So I
how
can
big
see-
a hot plate are we talking?
No, just a little hot plate.
What are you doing, science experiments?
No, so then we huh? Yeah,
A hot plate?
electric hot plate.
Yeah, and
So then I can show
Maddie
you how to
just
do
popped in.
I can show you how to do a burger inside.
And a rug. What's that? No, because I guess get those guys to vacuum down the stairs because then you can mop it. Yeah, I didn't even think that.
Yeah, but it's a case.
If
Oh, come on.
vacuum,
I
they
already did their whole job for them. They can vacuum the stairs, for goodness sake.
if they do this, shouldn't they mop to the stairs?
Oh, Maddie's in charge of mopping. That's,
Oh, you're in part of
that's his
mopping.
chore.
Can't mop unless
He doesn't want to mop when there's a bunch of
yeah.
rocks there, right? So they got to vacuum
Which
up.
is fair.
Yeah, it is fair. Totally fair. I guess I should have done the stairs today, but it's not my chore anyway. I just did it because it was getting messy. But yeah, I'll get a hot plate And now hot plate isn't going to kick out the power in the whole office, is it?
Well, as long as it's just running by itself, it's fine.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So hot plate and a mat for the top of the stairs.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Well,
Then Cass, we can come in and do some stuff.
do smash burgers.
Yeah,
Smash
do
burgers.
some things.
Yeah, that'd be a
great.
lot of fun. Okay, well, that's good. All right, 780-218-9999. I don't know, Cass, I don't know if you saw it. Gage, did you see this Hoffer thing last night?
Yeah.
Cass, did you see the Hoffer thing on social media today?
No, but I can pull it up right now.
Yeah, bring it up right now. Just search Bennington Hoffer or whatever. For people who are listening and haven't... So... Bennington allows his 7th goal of the game, and it looks like Jim Montgomery's going to pull him. So he kind of waves Bennington in. Bennington doesn't move. Montgomery's looking around to see where Hoffer is, and Hoffer was down the hallway, and then the cameraman from across the ice zooms past Montgomery's head and catches Hoffer at the end of the hallway, peeking around the corner. Like... It was really, Gage, what'd you make of this? Were they were the goalies just being like, making like what? Well, I don't understand what went on.
I didn't know, why is Hoffer wearing his mask? Like, is he
hiding around the corner wearing his mask.
like, and you look at Bennington. Bennington's in a lawn chair, leaning like one hand on the crossbar, like he doesn't care. And then Montgomery's going nuts. Maybe it was an equipment thing that Hoffer was getting his skates done or something, or
So you think maybe he was peeking around the corner and
doesn't-
somebody was doing his skates at the time?
or maybe like
I don't know. It doesn't look good though. Like I just watched it. That's awesome.
like it looks like he's like,
Oh,
hiding. But
man.
yeah, there is how much time? 7 minutes left in the third. Is that
5 minutes left. There's 6 minutes left in the third.
Yeah. Why are you pulling the goalie then, though? Right? Like,
I don't know why. There's no point to pull him then, but just it's the looking around the corner. I mean, that's like if he just wasn't there, you could be like, oh, there was an equipment issue. Like, oh, maybe he had to drop a deuce. Like maybe there was something. Like maybe he was sick. Like you don't know. But it's just like the head just peeking around the corner. Oh
so
my
funny.
gosh, this is amazing. This is amazing.
like I'm thinking, oh, he didn't tie up his skates or whatever. Like there's some equipment thing that are doing, but for him to have his mask, like it does look like he's hiding.
Yeah, like
And-
Vincenzo says, I laugh so hard, it's like a little kid hiding from his teacher. Like, somebody else joked today, it's like Hernan Salas hiding from me vacuuming.
Vacuuming,
Yeah,
yeah.
like they're kind of poking around the corner. So anyway, I'm looking on Reddit, and I don't go to Reddit. I don't have a Reddit account. I searched Montgomery and Hoffer. Anyway, somebody says Darren Pang said on the broadcast that the space on the visitors' bench is tight, so some teams prefer to have the backup sit somewhere else. And then someone else said that Hoffer actually prefers not being on the bench. Somebody replied and said in Nashville, he actually just sat in the locker room watching the game, despite there apparently being some room on the opposing bench. So I don't know, maybe he was in the room watching the game and then sort of put on his helmet and peeked around the corner to see if they were going to pull Bennington.
Do I really have to go in?
Hey, coach, is it time? And it's kind of a rough
man.
ride there.
That's weird. He doesn't
yeah.
go on the bench. That's
Well, Gage, for you, where was the weirdest spot that you had to sit as a backup? Was there any, or were you always just on the bench your whole career?
no, because San Jose,
San Jose was by yourself, right?
by yourself. Montreal too
Montreal, Winnipeg.
Oh, I didn't play in
Winnipeg
the new
was.
Winnipeg building.
The new barn, you can't
yeah,
sit there,
Winnipeg.
Cass? Is that...
I don't think so. I'm trying to remember. I don't think in that one you can. I thought they sat across in that one.
Toronto's weird.
there's a
'cause you're
couple
sitting with
spots.
fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird not to be on the bench for some reason. But if there's no room, where were they last night? Where was that?
It was in Chicago.
Oh, because it's right down the middle there. Where did I sit in Chicago? I was on the bench or did I sit in that hallway? I think I sat in the hallway.
Yeah.
And in Nashville too. I sat in the kind of in the lane going back to the dressing room, if I remember.
Regardless, it just doesn't look good. Like, oh man, I love that. Oh, that is so great.
I mean, you got to kind of be ready, right? You know, like that's chilling in the dressing room.
Well, but you got to think
Around
like
the corners.
7 minutes left in the game. Like, are you really going to get pulled? 7
Am I
minutes
going
left.
or
Like
am I not
what?
going?
He probably
Like-
had half his stuff off, right? Like, or maybe you just like sometimes you take a part of your gear off. Maybe you have it on, but it's not like attached. I don't know.
It was the camera work was brilliant.
Brilliant.
Oh, I was going to say, just about to say, kudos to the cameraman. Like that's amazing, amazing. Like, and just the zoom in on that,
and the peak.
Oh,
at the
that's
same
great.
time. It was just perfect.
That guy
great.
might win an Esty just for the camera work.
Just for the camera work. All right. Some sad news. Stony Plain legend Glenn Hall passing away yesterday. Played 502 complete consecutive games. So it wasn't 502 starts. Like I was reading the article today. It said 502 complete consecutive games, which will never be touched. I mean, it's so ridiculous that nothing will ever even become remotely close to that again. Can you imagine that, Gager?
No.
Like,
not a chance. Like that. And with the equipment, like,
yeah.
My gosh.
There's a great picture circling around of him hacking a dart in half his gear as well. Like times were different. And he would get sick all the time before games too, right?
Oh,
that was his thing. Yeah. Like incredible run.
Just unbelievable.
Yeah.
One of those records. Yeah. I don't think people give that record enough recognition, actually. Like that is amazing that he did that. Wow.
Can you imagine us sitting here going, there's really no example of an Oiler goaltender, but we could have gone with it. But even back in the day, like if Marty Brodeur, because Marty Brodeur played a lot of games. Remember when Talbot played 70?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if Talbot played, think about this, Talbot would have to play all 82 and then do it like 4 more years. I can't even imagine what that conversation would be like. Like that's nuts.
That is crazy.
It's somewhere along the way, some ass coach would come in and bench him after game 501.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, man. Yeah. We really like the other guy tonight.
Babcock would get on the team.
Yeah, Babcock. That's the example. But so we're talking about it on the morning show today. Like, with Glenn Hall, he's one of like the top 12 all-time goalies. If you had to narrow it down to 4 for a goaltending Mount Rushmore, who would it be? Gage, you're the goalie here, so we'd probably give you the first crack at this thing. But
all time.
Somebody's like, okay, here's a mountain. I'm going to explain NHL goaltending with and use these 4 guys as the example. Like,
well, yeah, I mean, Glenn Hall has to be up there too, right?
Well, then there's you could almost do like a
Hearn and I
pre-80s era,
yeah,
and then the post-80s era, but because it's a completely different position, but it's still that's kind of taking the easy way out.
I know,
right?
I mean, Bernie Perron, like, I don't.
Pre-80s, you're looking at Sawchuk, Dryden, Hall, Jacques Plante.
Yeah.
I mean, that alone.
That alone is
ridiculous.
But you got, in your post-80s too, you got guys, though.
Well, then you're looking at Dominic Hasek, Patrick Waugh, Marty Brodeur.
Some people might put Carey Price up there.
Just because you scored 2 goals on him, Cass, I don't think we need to get that carried away. But Gidger, if you had to narrow it down to 4.
Oh, gosh. If for me personally.
You can't pick yourself.
Okay. I'm in the gift shop, though. Face on a mug or something.
Face on a mug.
I would go Fear.
I knew you'd put Fear on there.
And then you got to go Waugh. I think you got Brodeur. And Hasek.
Got to go Hasek, right? Like that's why I feel like I'm so biased towards our generation that I'm almost instantly going Hasek, Waugh, Brodeur. Yeah. Instantly.
There was there was an awesome little, it was saying how goalies were a while ago or whatever. And it showed the Devils playing the Avalanche and it was, or the goaltending position has changed. And they showed the warm up and Patrick Waugh was laying on his side, kicking his leg up in the air, and then Marty was doing like kick saves to the sides, like C kicks, like, and they were right beside each other, and I'm just like, oh my god,
2 pad stacks and kick saves.
It looked like the participation, like the workout videos in the afternoons. It was just
Kira's Flex Appeal or whatever it was.
It was with Kiana, the Flex Appeal.
Kiana's Flex Appeal. Yeah, Kira.
Oh man, it was funny.
All right, so you've got Fear in there. I think I would go with Waugh, Brodeur, Hasek, and Ken Dryden. What would you do, Cass?
Waugh, Hasek, Brodeur, and Hall, probably.
You know, if you were going
we're all like rotating to one older guy.
I think you probably have to throw Tretiak on there too.
If you're being academically honest, yeah.
He would.
He was considered one of the best goalies in the world at the time too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's lots of. I mean, there's been some great goaltenders. There's no doubt about that. And we've got two of them tonight: Pickard versus Hellebuck. And Pickard looked like Hellebuck the last time the Oilers played the Winnipeg Jets. So let's dive into this thing. First of all, Gager, any surprise that they go back to Pickard? Ingram looked pretty good last game, but
no, I think it's a good move. He had a great game there last time, and he's shown he's bounced back after a poor start. So I like it. Hopefully, he can have the same type of performance that we saw last time in Winnipeg.
Cass, the Jets have lost 10 in a row. But we were talking with Huss in the Lock Shop today, and he said he'd say in 8 of them, he actually thought the team played pretty well. I thought they played really well against the Oilers in that last game. The Oilers are coming off this game against Nashville, in which they ended up winning 6-2. I think you predicted 5-2 before that game. Is this a weird spot? Like, is this a place where the Jets sort of get off the schneid? Or do the Oilers look at, hey, yeah, we won last time, but you guys had like over 40 shots on us. We're going to take a T of this game.
Yeah, trap game, right? I think 8 of those games were also 1-goal games as well. 8 of those 10, I believe. So it's like they were all tight. Yeah, it's one of those scary ones. It's like a team that's a good team is playing back-to-back games, and you're the second team, and they got trounced like 8-1 the night before. You're like, oh crap! Like, like we're gonna get the best of this group. It's kind of almost has that feel to it where I hope Edmonton, anyways, is looking at this and going like, oh, we better be ready because they are gonna be all kinds of desperate. And we didn't play them that long ago, and we got worked. And the only reason they did win is because of Calvin Pickard. I mean, he really was the reason they won that game. They did not deserve to win that game in the slightest. So it's a little bit, I hate calling things like, ooh, it's a trap game. I don't think it's necessarily a trap game, but you are going up against a very wounded animal in the Winnipeg Jets that's cornered. And yeah, maybe if you get a couple shots in them, they're going to fold and they're going to quit. But the likelihood is they're going to be more dangerous than they would be normally in some ways. So yeah, it's such a bizarre situation for the Jets this year. I still just don't understand how this has happened. Led the league in points
last year, Cass.
I know. I don't understand how this, and it's not like there were some changes, yes, but it's not like they were wholesale massive. Like, it's not like everything was ripped down to the absolute studs and rebuilt in a year. So it scares me a little bit if I was a player going in, knowing that this team is going to be so desperate and no losing streak goes forever in the NHL. It scares me a little bit, guys. Like, do we see slump busters?
Yeah, you got that vibe tonight for this one or what?
It was funny because on the dog walk today, I thought, I was thinking about the Oilers' schedule, just the way they're playing. I was thinking that this was going to be the first time that they are going to win 3 in a row.
Okay.
That's what I thought. They're going to win tonight and win Saturday.
Against the Kings.
But Cass makes a good point. And when you look at the scores and the way that the Jets did, it's not like they're playing poorly. They're just not able to get over that last hump. And the way that they played the Oilers before, and I don't like how much praise has been thrown upon the Oilers after the last 2 days of their game against the Nashville Predators, where
everything was kind of exciting coming out of that one.
Yeah, and everyone's talking about how great everything's going and how great Connor is, and Ingram's playing great, and nothing's wrong with this team except Regula and Frederick.
Who's out tonight?
Is he out?
Yeah, Regula's not playing tonight. They're playing Stastny with Nurse.
Okay. So that's different.
Yeah. Well, I'll make a comment on that in a minute.
Yeah.
I don't like their chances.
Really?
Yeah. Now I've flip-flopped.
And you know what? The odds makers, it's interesting because the Oilers, have been pretty good for a month and a half. The Jets lost 10 in a row, and the Oilers are still over at Play Alberta, just a slight favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even the other game, Winnipeg played Vegas a couple days ago, and it was basically a pick 'em. And you're like,
oh, really?
Winnipeg's lost 9 in a row at the time. Like, so
but that's why it's a pick 'em, though.
They're playing better, right? Like, they're playing better than 10 in a row.
Not just that, but it's also and maybe it's a fallacy or logical fallacy, but it's you're playing roulette and black has just been rolled, 10 times in a row. Mm-hmm. It's like, you're kind of like, probably going to be a green next. Well, you don't want maybe a green next. Maybe a green. Probably going to be a red next. Like that's kind of the and again, it's a fallacy because every time you flip a coin, it's 50-50.
That being said, I'd still hit red in that situation. I'll tell you that.
Right. Well, it's still like, that's just it is like, it's like, you're looking at that going like, oh, like, even though there's still a 50-50 chance, at some point they got to win. And that's kind of where my brain goes is like, they've been playing well. They've been losing. At some point they got to win here. And it's scary that it's like, oh, now Edmonton is the team that's in the crosshairs on that. So could it be really good for Edmonton? Yes. Could it be really bad for Edmonton? Yes. It depends what version of the Winnipeg Jets we get, and it depends what version of the Edmonton Oilers we get. And on the Regula and Pickard.
Let's see. I mean, I don't know if Pickard's going to play as well as he did last time against Winnipeg. He's amazing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
absolutely.
I don't think the Oilers play that poorly again. That's
true too. Yeah,
that's true as well.
Play poorly for Pickard to play that well.
Yeah.
Yes. Yep. Agreed.
Cass, what do you want to say on Regula?
Yeah, it's not surprising. When I was at the game, because I went to the kids' game on the weekend with mine, so I was sitting with a couple other alumni guys and we were chatting about it, and one of them mentioned he's like, and now this may be strong, well, not maybe, is stronger than what I would say, but he turned to me and he said, and it was after a couple egregious turnovers. He looked at me and he said, I don't think Regula is an everyday NHL player, is what he said to me.
Okay. And
after that shift, I went, well, that shift would tend to agree with that statement based on what we just saw. Yeah. But he has been struggling to make plays efficiently. It has seemed to me recently like his game has been a lot of hope, like just kind of trying to make a play, but not really knowing that there's somebody there, making a pass the middle, not really knowing if someone's available, trying to make a little soft sauce play. There's little things in his game that are, I think, putting his ability to play at a high level at risk, which is, I think, where he's out of the lineup today.
I don't know.
I just wanted to say, like, I'm concerned about him and his overall play right now.
Nance, I think we were talking off air about it, but if you send him down, I guess there's the possibility that he gets picked up by another guy, but isn't looking at him, because he does some things that are okay. Like, you're like, oh, okay, I can see why they like him, right? He gets around pretty good, and but don't you think with a guy with 48 NHL games right now, the NHL pace is just,
he needs to be in the American Hockey League. Like,
yeah, he needs to go down. I think
he needs to go down and play 20 minutes, 24 minutes a night, heavy minutes.
Yeah,
on the although Cass, what do you think about that? Because what can he gain from that helps him be a better defenseman here? And just for the record, I've kind of been very meh on Regula since the very beginning. So I'm not surprised that he's struggling right now. I think the game's probably too quick for him. Cass, how much can you change that with more seasoning in the American Hockey League? Or trial by fire here, and that's the best way to do it.
Yeah. You can. I don't know if that's the best way to do it. We do have to remember this is a guy that I think he didn't play any games last year, did he?
No, he was coming off an injury, yeah.
Yeah, and so we have to have maybe a little bit of grace for that as well. But you kind of wish you could do that.
But even before the injury, he hadn't even played. He played like 22 games in the National Hockey League over 3 years.
Yeah, right? It wasn't a ton. Yeah. Well, which is where I'm saying,
he's a rookie. In my mind, he's a rookie, right? Like that's
you're not going to hurt him by having him play in the AHL. I just don't know if he does get there. Like, can you actually send him down?
Well, how many teams are lining up to claim a 25-year-old defenseman who's minus 15 in 26 games?
Toronto Maple Leafs.
He's still only 25. That's the thing.
Well, I know, but he's also been getting caved most of the year, right? Like, what are you going to you claim him to make one of your defensive pairs worse? Like, I don't know. I know some people are like, no, he'll definitely get picked up, but I don't know. I think he's a number 7 right now.
Well,
so if you just want to leave him here and be a number 7, then he's a number 7.
Even if he goes to another team, unless a miracle happens, like, no, not a miracle, but Stetcher, there's probably the possibility to pick him right back up. You know?
Yeah.
I just think I look at his game, and a lot of it I think is a little bit confidence would really help this player, and maybe going down to the American League and, like you said, Dusty, playing in all situations, hopefully having a little bit more success. Maybe I'm not saying he's Philip Broberg, but remember when Broberg went down, he got sent down because he really wasn't playing that well, and came back up, and it was a completely different player.
All right, 780-218-9999, 780-218-9999 if you want to chime in on that one. As far as the forward lines go, Roslovic is going to start this game at center between Savoy and Ike Howard. They got about 6 minutes together of ice time in the last game after Henrique got injured, and it looked pretty promising. Cass, your thoughts on Knoblauch going to that line for now, and what type of expectations would you have for it?
Yeah, I mean, it looked pretty good in the minutes they got last game, so I like that they're going back to it. It's similar to the kid line, just with a little bit more veteran center, right? Like you still have a similar.
Well, Savoy gets to play the wing too, and not have to play the.
Well, right. I was going to say similar profile, but you have a veteran guy in the middle that is a guy that can play in the top 6. So, yeah, I like it in theory. It's a type of line. Again, I'm probably going to really like them when they have possession. If you're playing a team on the other side that's possession heavy and plays the game heavy, that's where you could see some challenges for them. So it's going to be a group that has to play fast. Like, they have to play fast. The defense has to do a good job of getting the puck into these kids' hands quickly and with some speed and momentum, because it is a group I think could challenge in the offensive zone. Like, they could produce. They have some skills. They have some ability to finish. So I'm excited to see a little bit more of it. I think there's potential there, but they have to get minutes. They're going to have to get minutes. Yes, you got 6 of them together the other day. As a group, you got to actually play them. I want to actually see this line.
Play with pace. I mean, how many times?
Those guys should be able to play with pace, right? Like,
one of the biggest things I think Huss has been saying is the Jets look slow.
Yeah.
Right? So they didn't look too slow against
I mean, when they played the Oilers, because going into that last game, people were like, they're looking slow and old. And I watched them and I was like, this team's pretty, like, they were moving it. Like,
but play with pace. And try to wear down the opposition that way, because that line should be able to scoot around. They're just a bunch of water bugs out there flying, right?
Kapanen is slated to start alongside Leon Draisaitl and Podkolzin tonight, so that's one bullet dodged for me.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Cass, yesterday I made a bet with Tommy and Hernan that Kapanen would remain on Draisaitl's wing for 1 week. So that's 4 games until next Wednesday. We know Knoblauch likes to move things around. If he stays on that line, they have to buy me Popeyes for lunch. If he's moved off that line, and we're talking at the beginning of games, so if they go nuclear or something.
Okay, I was going to be my question.
It's
like,
just when the lines go out to start a game, Kapanen's got to be on Draisaitl's line. And if he's moved off of that before next Wednesday morning, I have to buy the whole staff Popeyes for lunch. So my case here, though, is the guy who would probably take his job is Roslovic, who right now has to play third-line center because they don't have Adam Henrique. So I think there might be a bit more of a leash on Kapanen next to Draisaitl. Now, if they were to lose tonight to Winnipeg, gonna be
But
if
if that line does well,
then maybe I got something here. But had a goal and assist last game. What'd you think of his first game in a few months?
Looked pretty good. Looked like he was moving well. Anytime lower body injuries and length of time to get back, you're always a little bit, okay, well, how are his lungs going to be? How are the legs going to be? But clearly they've been working him a little bit. Like I thought he looked good, looked very motivated, brought some energy, brought some life, brought some jump. So it was one game. We got to kind of get the adrenaline game now. Let's see what we have today. Now that the I don't want to say the calm has set in, but now that it's not just like you're not just so amped to get out there. Maybe he still is, but Yeah, I thought it was good. It was good. It was good enough that you can have Roslovic starting on the third line and kind of be like, all right, like, let's see what we have here. So which Tommy asked me the other day, or maybe it was you guys. Was it you guys or was that Tommy? It may have been you guys actually, that we talked about, where does Kapanen fit? And could he be a permanent fixture on Draisaitl's line? And I was
Tommy. I don't think we brought that up.
Maybe that might have been Tommy. I was skeptical. Skeptical of that.
We're not.
I was skeptical of it. I was skeptical of it being a long-term solution. But he looked pretty good their first game.
Well, the other thing that I think probably helped me be so eager to make this bet, Gager, is hadn't played in 2 months and Knobloch put him with Draisaitl. It wasn't even like, hey, we're going to work you back in here. No, you're going to go play with Leon. And part of me is that I wonder if Leon's like, I like playing with Kapanen. Give him to me.
Well, yeah. I think what helps you is Adam Henrique done till after.
Yeah, look, if Roslovic's not your third line center, who is?
Yeah.
I don't even know who that. I don't know who that is.
Yeah. It's yeah. I think it looks okay for you right now, Dusty. We'll see after.
We're one game in.
We're one game in.
But we'll see if we can pull it off for 3 more games. It'd be a bloody miracle.
Those two better buy you a mountain of.
Oh yeah, I mean it's a very lopsided.
You
wager.
should be able to feed your family for the next 3 days.
It's a very lopsided wager for sure. All right, let's go hire it or fire it here for GS Construction. Let's start with this one, boys. I got. I had 5, but the one was about Regula, and we've already kind of had that conversation. So I got 4 for you. Curtis Lazar should be the Oilers' 4th line center moving forward. Hire it or fire it.
Hire it.
You love him there?
He's been perfect there. Just perfect. Does everything you want from a 4th line center. And he's good on draws. Like, what more do you want, right? He's chipping in now, 3 goals?
Throws the body around a little bit.
Yeah, he's
presses
physical,
the puck.
goes to the front of the net. I love the going to the net and scoring. Yeah, 4th line center.
Cass, hired or fired? Lazar's the 4th line center moving forward.
Fire it, 3rd line center. No, no. I hire it. I hire it. He's been of your 3rd and 4th liners. We'll call it the non-high skill variety. So the 3rd and 4th liners of the not that he has high skill, he'd light us all up, but like comparatively, a guy that's not, that is not going to be on the 1st or 2nd line, right? Because you're not going to compare it to like a Matt Savoy, just different players. But out of the 3rd and 4th line style of players that need to play like that simple, gritty, steady game, he has been far and away your best. Far and away your best. Better than Henrique, who's now hurt but not in the lineup. And yeah, better than Frederick, better than he absolutely should be. Hire it for sure.
Is it important to have like your 4th liner in that kind of age range, a little bit more experience? He knows he's been in the league for a time now. He realizes his role. Like that's where he is probably for the rest of his career. Do you think that's what you want your
like he has no dreams of becoming a top 6 right winger or something along those lines. Yeah, like he's 7 games away from 600 in his career.
Jesus.
And he's been on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Oilers are his 7th team. Like Curtis, right? Lazar knows that's what he is. Yeah. He's a 4th line center, so he's going to do everything he can to stay in the league as a 4th line center.
Yeah, he knows what he knows.
His best year offensively, though, was just 2 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, New Jersey he had 25 points. Or as Frederick calls it, 3 good seasons.
That might be 7.
Hey, Frederick does draw back in tonight on Lazar's line. I mean, what do you? I don't even want to say what do you expect, but what do you think he needs to do to find some effectiveness? Arrive on time and play the body of it.
Yeah. He needs to play, I'll use a word I like using on the pregame show and postgame show with Tom Gazzola, the Oil Stream. He needs to play with intentionality needs to play with intentionality. He needs to get places, arrive there angry to finish checks. He needs to play simple. Yeah, I mean, I'll go back to the first one. I think every time he has an opportunity to finish somebody, even if it takes him a little bit out of position, he should finish.
Yeah.
Like, I think you just have to ultra simplify to like straight lines, hit people. Just go hit people. Because if you're not scoring goals, you're not doing this, you're trying to feel it, you're not feeling the puck, not really doing this, in and out of the lineup. You want to tell me for a guy that's playing on the fourth line, that's been in and out of the lineup, that's just been sitting there, you want to convince a coach to keep you back in, you think you're going to be like, I'm going to go end to end and score goals. Like, that's not going to do it. What's going to do it for a player like Trent Frederic is, I'm going to go out and I'm just going to hit people. I'm not going to make mistakes. I'm going to play very, very simple, and I'm going to try to run people over. And I'm going to start a couple scrums. I'm going to be in around the net. I'm going to be noticeable. I'm going to be chittering at the other bench, right? I'm going to have their guys chittering at me in our bench. Like, I'm going to be engaged and intentional about what I'm doing.
Yeah. I'd like to see him play a game, like you said, Cass, that the other team has to do something about you, right? Get under the skin.
Want to make the note here. The Doc 666 over on YouTube says, hot take, Curtis Lazar scores a big goal in a playoff game for the Oilers. Hey, couldn't you see that in a playoff game?
I definitely
grinding one
see it.
into the net. I like that.
Yeah.
All right, let's. Well, this is a little bit of a spicy one. Hired or fired, Macklin Celebrini should be the Hart Trophy favorite.
Hire it.
Really? I thought you were going to call me an idiot.
No. I mean,
Nobody else in San Jose is like producing even remotely close to him.
I mean, you can say what you want about McDavid and McKinnon, but they're doing. If they weren't doing what they were doing now, you'd kind of go, well, they're not having great seasons. So, but if he can pull the, I hate to say it, Taylor Hall and pull those guys into the playoffs, how do you not give it to Macklin Celebrini?
Celebrini right now has 67 points. McKinnon's got 74. McDavid's got 75. McKinnon's a ridiculous plus 48. Celebrini's plus 17.
Wow.
On the San Jose Sharks. He has 8 more even strength points than Connor McDavid. He's got 4 game-winning goals. He's got 2 overtime goals so far. And I think next on his team in points, let me see here. I'll bring up the Sharks stats because it's stupid. Like, he has 67 points and is plus 17. Alexander Wenberg is second on the team with 30 points and is minus 10. William Eklund has 28 points and is minus 18.
Jeez.
And Celebrini has 67 points and is plus 7. Like, he is dragging the San Jose Sharks into a possible playoff conversation. So, Cass, I mean, he's in the mix, but hired or fired, he should actually be the favorite.
Hire it. He should be. I think he should be. Like,
he doesn't have Draisaitl. He doesn't have Makar. It's just him.
Who among us had the San Jose Sharks anywhere near a playoff position this year? Anywhere near it? Nobody. He is single-handedly pulling this group and willing this group to have an opportunity to potentially make the playoffs. Now, if they don't, we have to look at that and go like, oh, okay, well maybe. And I know that's going to factor heavy into it. Yeah, but
if they make the playoffs, so he should win it.
Oh God,
absolutely, he should.
He's going to have 115 points, and nobody else on the team's going to have 60.
Yeah. Now we'd get into the
Hall only had 90.
Yeah,
Celebrini's taking it to another level.
We get in the whole like most outstanding player versus most valuable player debate.
Yeah.
Right. And how people view it differently. But Hart Trophy is most valuable to their team. Without question right now, that is Macklin Celebrini. Like, where would they be without him? They would be probably Winnipeg Jets level right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're in the top wild card spot and a point behind the Oilers.
Yeah.
Hey. So when Taylor Hall won the Hart Trophy, he had 93 points. And next on his team had 52, Nico Hischier. So he had like a 40-point cushion. Celebrini's on pace to have a bigger one than that. I think if San Jose's in it, I don't know how you wouldn't have to give it to Celebrini, which is incredible for a 19-year-old in his second-year league. Like,
Yeah, it's nuts.
it's a guy who could have been on the World Junior team.
I know.
Winning the Hart Trophy.
Does Greersy kind of tell, hey, kid, slow it down a little bit. We'd like another high draft pick here.
Yeah.
They've added a few of them. They got the Misa kid, right? Isn't he a San Jose guy? But Mex Bazuzu says Celebrini has 67 points right now, and the Sharks have 34 goals, which means he's been directly involved in 50% of the Sharks' total offense.
It was like 52%, wasn't it, or something like that the other night?
That's crazy. All right, how about this one? This one popped up. I think it was Gretzky actually who had this on the TNT broadcast or wherever he is. They were talking about a really bad missed call, and he actually mentioned, well, in the CFL, you can review a penalty.
Yeah,
and have it over. So they were talking about it last night. So the NHL should give each coach one penalty review per game, hired or fired. We're talking blatant, like, oh my God, the stick didn't even get him type of thing.
Well, don't they?
Now, is it just, are we talking about missed calls as well? Like, does it include missed calls or just made calls?
I think it's impossible to do missed calls because you have to go back and reset the clock because the play would continue, right?
Yeah.
That would be, so it would have to be like on a call that you're like, this is why I would probably fire it, but it's on a call that you look at it, you go, oh no, like this was... And it happens, right? It's completely
missed. San Jose Sharks and the Vegas Golden Knights. When was it Pavelski that fell? And he
we're dialing it back a bit now. Yeah,
but he fell and they got a 5-minute major, and he didn't touch. It was because his head hit the ice, not because he got a high stick. Like it was a completely missed call.
But they can review. But you can review. Like majors are automatically reviewed now, though
by the league. Like
so they've already got that. Okay.
Yeah, so they solved the major, like, because they look at all the majors to confirm them, I believe. But it'd be like on a tripping or a high sticking call, because that's sometimes
where the guy
where
puts
they get
a stick in, but he actually doesn't even touch the guy's legs, and the guy goes down. You're like, that clearly wasn't a penalty.
I don't mind it. Yeah, I don't mind it.
No, I don't. I'm firing it. It slows it down even more, like the game down.
Another thing that we debate. Well, you would hope that in not debatable ones.
Or why didn't he challenge that? How did he not?
Why didn't he challenge that?
So you have to. I guess you have to leave a little bit of human error in there too, right? That's just part of sports. Whatever.
The Canucks need McKenna more than the Flames or Jets. Hired or fired. All three are in the mix. I guess you could just say, which team of those three needs him the most? We'll just skip the hired or fired part.
I'm going to say Calgary needs him the most. Mm-hmm. Selfishly, I want him to go to Calgary, so there's that. He's there, but
I don't know if it'd be much of a rivalry, though.
Not for a while. Yeah. I know that. But I think Calgary needs a superstar. They haven't had a superstar in a long time. Somewhere they can build around.
I'm going to stick with Vancouver.
Yeah?
I'm going to stick with Vancouver on this. Because I think there are some young pieces in Calgary that are decent already, and I don't know that Vancouver has the same.
Well, they just made that big trade, too. They got 3 pretty good pieces.
Yeah.
In the Hughes trade, yeah.
Yeah, but no, I think it makes the most difference to Vancouver. Guys, I still don't know if McKenna goes first. He's
fully. I don't know if we've
like he could slip to second or third
with Verhoff
potentially with Verhoff and Stenberg. So, and it could go Verhoff or Stenberg. Like you could see, depending on who actually wins the lottery, you could have some. Like it depends if they need a defenseman or a forward. Like I still think that top 3 is a little fluid. All great players. Yeah, I think it would make the most difference to the Vancouver Canucks.
I was talking about this exact thing with Flaming Guy.
Yes. Was he on Tuesday for you guys?
Yeah. We were talking about how the decisions for players to go to NCAA at a certain age and where their draft capital is at, it might hurt them. And McKenna's a special entity or whatever, but you might find yourself, oh, I'm rated late first round. You go there, not have a good year. All of a sudden, you drop down to round 3 or 4.
Things I guess you have to take into consideration.
Where if you were playing in junior and lighting it up, and dominating, you might not drop. Yeah,
like, that's a good point. If McKenna was still playing in Medicine Hat, it was like at 2.5 points per game right now. People would be like,
he'd be undoubtedly first overall.
Instead, he's in Penn State and he's 4th on the team in scoring, and then he, kind of looks okay-ish at the World Juniors.
Oh man, we're opening up a huge can of worms here, which is a super interesting discussion because this is, call it that week discussion in the summer, like where they hang out or something. But I think it makes more difference where the risk is greater for a forward than it is for a defenseman. The risk is greater for a forward than it is for a defenseman. Unless you're like a super, super, super highly offensive defenseman. Because it's like you could have a defenseman and it's not going to be necessarily judged just on your point output, where like a McKenna goes in and expected that he's going to be dominant immediately, even at a college level. Where you could have like a Verhoff, who is another guy, left the WHL and went to North Dakota to play collegiate. And it's like, and he's playing really, really well. But we're not going to look at his points and be like, oh, he's not producing at a point per game pace as a defenseman like he was at the WHL. Like people aren't going to worry about that as much. They're going to more be watching like, okay, well, how is he defensively? Where a McKenna, it's going to be like, well, how is he offensively? Are his numbers the same? Is he still as dominant in the offensive zone? So I think there's more to lose for forwards there. It's an interesting thing to talk about.
We might be able to see this, Cass, because DuPont he'll have to decide what he's going to want to do, right? If he's going to go NCAA or stay in the Western League.
Yeah, because when can he leave?
Next year? Yeah, because he's 17.
If he gets his school done and he's good to go, is he draft eligible the following season?
Yeah.
Next year,
Next year, yeah. So.
All right. This was a good show. What's coming up on EST afternoons, buddy?
We'll go into the Jets game tonight. I got a very interesting red light district, I think.
Okay.
I think I do. This happened is partially because of Reed and stuff. His one of the things he said on Monday. So this is
what time's red light district?
1:40. We'll do that. Then we have Rob Guerra, gold standard 49ers. Scratch Hernan's itch about his Niners. Sarah. She don't need to say even her last name. From
Orletsky, the best in the biz.
Yeah, we're going to have her on to go into at 2:20. So, jam-packed show.
All right, so we got EST afternoons from 1 until 3. The Reed Wilkins show go 3 to 5, then into an earlier GCL Diesel pregame show from 5 until 6, and then obviously postgame following as well. So don't go anywhere. Right here, tune in, iHeart, EdmontonSportsTalk.com, and over on YouTube. That's going to do it for Two Guys A Goalie, brought to you by GS Construction. For more than 5 decades, GS has been proud to serve our communities and work alongside incredible people everywhere, helping Edmonton grow for over 50 years. Visit gsconstruction.ca for more details. Cass, we'll talk to you on Tuesday, buddy. For Matt Kassian and Joaquin Gage, I am Dustin Nielson. Take it easy.